Ho ho, hello everybody. Merry Christmas and welcome to our second Christmas special of Teen Meets World. I am your Santa host, Danny Owens, and that over there on my right is my co-host Santa host, my father, Martin Owens.
Hey Danny, everyone. I'm looking forward to this.
We've got more Christmas films to talk about,
Yeah, we have, yeah.
followed by a quiz and a comedy session.
Yeah, you were telling us about this comedy session. What did you call it again?
Danny's Christmas comedy session.
So is that going to be a few jokes then, yeah?
Yeah, a few jokes.
Brilliant. Okay, well I've actually got a quiz prepared for you as well.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that a bit later on.
Yes.
Yeah? See how many you can get right.
Right then.
So what we're going to talk about today, because we have got a handful of films, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah? So what we're going to kick it off with?
We're going to kick off with A Boy Called Christmas.
Excellent. I really enjoyed that film, Boy Called Christmas. What did you think of it?
Yeah. I know this really had to be the origin of where Santa came from, but mostly I like the stop motion Santa Claus is coming to town with Mickey Rooney and Fred Astaire.
All right, okay. I liked this film though. The little kid called Nicholas, wasn't he?
Yeah, Nicholas Claus.
But I think he lost his mum at a young age. Not to sound too too depressing straight away in this episode, but anyway, it does have a happy ending. So she used to always call him Christmas, and he never really understood why. And he's played by Henry. What's he called? Henry Lawful.
Lawful.
Yeah, Henry Lawful. Just a young kid. And his best friend
With a mouse.
Mika the Mouse, is it?
Yes. Who's played by Stephen Merchant.
Yeah. See, he's in a couple of Christmas films, isn't he? But we'll talk about the next one in a bit.
Yes.
But yeah, this was a really good film. So his dad, he went away, didn't he? I think it was a job to bring in some money for them to try and discover like an elf kingdom or something like that, just to prove that elves are out there.
Yeah, something like that.
But he goes to find them, doesn't he? And he discovers that there was well, he wasn't too happy, was he? They discovered the elves, and I think they might have captured one. Anyway, he's a good kid, and he just wants to set him free and just explain that it doesn't mean any harm. And he gets rescued as well, doesn't he, by like a reindeer? Obviously, we don't want to tell everybody everything about the film, but we do recommend it. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really Christmassy.
Yeah, there was other casts in there, such as Michael
Huseman.
Yeah,
he played the dad.
Yeah, there's others, including Maggie Smith.
She was the auntie.
There's Sally Hawkins, Toby Jones, and Jim Broadbent.
Jim. Yeah, well, he plays the king, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in loads of Christmas films.
Yeah. And the ones outside of Christmas too. That's my Jim Broadbent impression, everybody.
Well, he was in the Only Fools and Horses episode we watched the other night.
Oh,
yes. Hollenbach.
Yes, yeah. He played an evil police inspector.
Yeah, Slater. I've dropped my pen.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, don't forget Kristen Wiig.
I never knew she was going to appear in the film.
Yeah, she's the nasty one.
Yeah, and luckily she did nail a perfect English accent for that character.
Yeah. So basically, Nicholas, he discovers this little kingdom of the elves, and he realizes that the good people and they are like master toy makers.
Yes.
So he has an idea, and he asks the parents of the child that he rescues if they could make these toys in like a mass production, He's got an idea and he wants to go and deliver a toy to every kid to bring some happiness. So they would wake up in the morning and find a toy at the bottom of their bed.
Yes.
Yeah. So he actually takes the king out on one of these sort of like deliveries, doesn't he? And the king says, well, there's only one person for this job. We want you to bring joy to everybody by delivering a present every year to a kid and bring happiness.
Yes.
The origin of Christmas.
Yes. And the origin of Santa too, because, any nostalgia viewer prefers the Santa Claus is coming to town, then I, I'd, I'd be very happy to prefer that too.
So you prefer that to this, yeah?
Yes.
Well, that's fine. You can whatever you prefer, really. I liked this though because it's quite a new film, bit of a change. I liked it, but I like the ones you're on about as well.
Yeah.
So we recommend people go and watch it, don't we?
Yeah. And even Fred Claus got another idea on the origin of Santa Claus, because Santa had a big brother called Fred.
Good film.
And yes. Now then, let's move on to a review that we didn't do properly in the last Christmas special,
Yeah.
but now we can do it.
Okay, what's this then, Danny?
And that would be How the Toy Saved Christmas.
Yes, that really confused me, but I liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't take much to confuse me anyway,
Yeah.
Danny.
The only celebrity stars were Mary Tyler Moore and Tony Randall, because they're both American, but the rest of the cast are Canadian.
But this, right. We've touched on this previously, haven't we? So this was an Italian cartoon.
Yeah, but it was dubbed into English.
Yeah. So I think, it's a bit old, isn't it? It's like early 90s or something.
Actually, it was in 1996.
Oh, was it? Oh, sorry, right. So 96. So Italian made, and then of course, if they translated it as an English translation. It's good. It's festive, and I like that type of animation. But it is a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah, because usually, because the body movements and the mouth movements when the characters talk are actually from a different language, like Italian, but it had to be dubbed into English.
Yeah, I don't mean that. I mean there's a lot of sort of random events in it, isn't there?
Yeah.
I can't really explain it. If you haven't seen it, everyone, in my opinion, don't.
Yes.
In Danny's opinion, do.
Hey.
I think.
Yeah. In this film, I forgot to mention there were two burglars, and in that film, the two burglars who have got an evil plot to rob Granny Rose's shop before they both got arrested. They both remind me of Harry and Marv from Home Alone a bit.
Ah, yeah, they are a little bit, I suppose, aren't they? You can't beat Harry and Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah. And there's a good fact, because How the Toy Saved Christmas was made in Italy, Mary Tyler Moore's character, Granny Rose, she's actually based on a good witch, a good Christmas witch called La Befana.
There's a lot of randomness, though, wasn't it? Can you remember when when the statue just started talking?
Oh yes,
That was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that statue liked talking to those toys and saying something like, "Mind telling me why you are here instead of wrapped up under some child's Christmas tree?"
It went on for quite a while, didn't it? How long's that film?
Mostly a bit of an hour, I believe.
It seemed like a week. But hey, each to their own. I don't know if I'd watch that again. Lee liked it though, didn't she? She liked it with you.
Yeah, the only characters she liked were Jingles the dog and the two dollies, Holly and Polly.
Yeah. What was the bad guy? He broke down in tears, didn't he? What was that about? Remember the bad guy just started crying? That was what was that about?
Oh, the bad guy crying. I think it was in the scene where he was knocked unconscious by the statue and starts saying something like, Mama, where's my choo
Yeah,
choo?
yeah, what was that about?
Because I think, no wonder Mr. Grimm hates all the toys, but talking like a youngster got what he deserved.
Anything else you want to add to this, or should you want to move on to another film?
Oh, and forgot to mention some of the cast in How the Toy Saved Christmas. Some of them were also in a Halloween special called Spookly the Square Pumpkin, and the actress of Jingles the Dog, Sonia Ball, she voiced Spookly in that special.
Oh, really? I was going to ask you, didn't they do a Christmas one?
Yes,
Is it the same voices as well?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there was a Christmas special, a Christmas sequel to Spookly called Spookly and the Christmas Kitten, I think it's called.
Ah, yeah. I'm sure you and Lee had that on not so long back.
Yeah, we both watched it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Now for the next Christmas film. That
What we've got?
that would be a Christmas film made by the Warner Brothers Studios.
Yeah.
And it got released about last year, same
Oh.
with A Boy Called Christmas, and that being 8-Bit Christmas.
I loved it. I loved that film. What
Yeah,
did you rate to it?
yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Got Neil Patrick Harris in it.
Yeah, from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, he's in loads of things.
Yeah, he played Jake, the title character, but in the present day.
Yeah, he plays the dad. He's telling his daughter the whole story about his childhood, isn't he? So I think she wants like a top of the range mobile phone, and he's like, no. And she's saying, "Oh, you need it. I can't live without it," and that. And then he goes in to tell her the story about in the 80s when the first Nintendo came out.
Yeah.
Every kid wanted one. Every kid wanted this 8-bit. And goes back in time, and then the guy that plays him as a kid, Winslow, what's his name?
Fegley.
Fegley. Winslow Fegley, yeah. So he plays him. So basically, he's wanting this console, and there's only one kid, the rich kid at school, the spoilt kid. He's the only one that's got one. So he uses that power. The kid uses that power. Inviting all the kids round outside his house, and then he just picks them at random who can come in and play. And then when they all go in, he doesn't let them play, does he? He's a bit of a nasty kid. But great film.
Yeah.
I was really like nostalgic watching that, feeling really nostalgic.
There was other two cast members from that movie that I actually recognised myself, such as Steve Zahn.
Ah, yeah.
Best known as Frank Heffley in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid films.
Yeah, he's funny, him.
Yeah, and there's David Cross from Arrested Development.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, David was also best known as Ian Hawke in the live-action Alvin and the Chipmunks films.
Yeah, really good film. That I would recommend that. So that was only out last year.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, maybe Warner Brothers decided to make their own Christmas film just quickly right after their production on Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Yeah, another good film as well. Yeah, I like that. So if you haven't seen 8-Bit, is it called 8-Bit or is it 8-Bit Christmas?
It's called 8-Bit Christmas.
Right, if you haven't seen 8-Bit Christmas, we recommend it, don't we, Danny?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, really good film. Especially for the ones that might sort of remember back if there was like for me when I was a kid, there was a couple of kids that had an Amiga. You probably don't even know what that is, but it was an Amiga 500, and there was a few kids at school that had one, and then I really wanted one. So I totally get. I got one in the end, like, but that I totally get it. Great film.
Yeah. Bernard. Alright, next up is Bernard and the Genie.
Right, I only saw this recently because of you. You had the DVD, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm sure Paul and Anna gave you that DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love that film.
Yeah, it was made in about the early 90s in 1991.
Yeah, Lenny Henry.
Yeah, it stars Lenny Henry.
He's the genie, isn't he?
Yeah, he plays the genie. Then we have the main character Bernard, who's played by the one and only Alan Cumming, a Scotsman currently in the US.
Is he? Right.
The-
Rowan Atkinson, he's in it.
yes, Mr. Bean playing the film's baddie.
Yes, Mr. Pink. Mr. What's his name? Mr. Pinkworth.
Pinkworth, yes.
Charles Pinkworth. That's who he plays.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then we've got a few people playing themselves, haven't we? Like guest appearances in that film.
something like, I don't know, something like having on celebrities like Gary Lineker, Melvin Bragg, and Bob Geldof.
And Trevor McDonald,
Yes.
the
No-
journalist, the newsreader. He's in it.
Yeah.
So what about this film then, Danny? What so give us a little briefing. What's it about?
Well, it's about, well, in this film, Bernard and the Genie, Bernard, the main character, Bernard's having a rough time because his girlfriend left him for another guy,
Right.
and Bernard, he becomes unemployed.
Yeah. So how does he come across the lamp though?
He just found it. Well, actually, he got it at Christmas. Last Christmas, I believe, and then he began to rub it unexpectedly, and it caused a big explosion, which sent him to the hospital. And when he came back from there, he saw the genie.
Lenny Henry.
Yeah,
Good film.
very good film.
Yeah. So would you recommend to those who are listening that haven't seen it, would you say go and watch it?
Yeah, they should definitely watch
Give
it.
it a go. It's worth a watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
So where would you put that in like your list of Christmas films? I mean, would you put that near the top of the list?
Yeah, put it on the top of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this film also shows good product placement, like McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut.
Sneaking in the brands.
Yeah, and there was even an unexpected cameo from Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
What? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was in the montage where the genie was being Santa Claus and gives magical Christmas wishes to the kids, in which they come true. And
Did I go to the toilet or something? I don't remember that at all.
yeah, well, there was one kid who, with a Leonardo toy, he wished he could actually see Leonardo, and the wish came true.
Wow.
And possibly because the Jim Henson Creature Shop is, I think, based in the UK,
Yeah.
they got permission to use the Leonardo costume. And, yeah. I know the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles live-action movie came out a year before Bernard and the Genie, and that's
Yeah.
a good fact about that.
Wow, I didn't know that, Danny. You certainly know the facts. So we would recommend that one. Excuse me. Yeah, I liked it.
Next up, we have a Christmas movie that's more of a TV special on the BBC.
Yeah, TV film.
It's called Click and Collect.
No, I thought this was really good.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's not on very long. But I just thought it was a good Christmas film. Really Christmassy. So who's in it? We've got
Stephen Merchant.
Yeah, he plays the Andrew.
Yeah, can't
Yeah.
believe it. We're looking at two Christmas movies that star Stephen Merchant. He was that talking mouse in
Mika, yeah.
Yes, in A Boy Called Christmas.
Yeah.
And now we have him as the main character.
In this one, yeah. He's
Yeah, the main character, Andrew.
Yeah, he's Sophia Di Martino. That's his wife.
Yes.
What's she called? Claire, isn't she?
Yeah.
Claire Bennett. Claire and Andrew Bennett. And the neighbour. Do you know what? The neighbour's brilliant. I love him.
Yeah, the
Um,
neighbor who's named Dev.
yeah, he's played by Asim Chowdhury.
Yeah, Asim Chowdhury.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Did you know he's a mad Newcastle United fan?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Um, but yeah, that was a really good film. So basically, he's been sent out, hasn't he, on Christmas Eve to go and pick up the toy of the year, the toy that all the shops have been stocking throughout the month, the toy that everybody wants, and it's like a sparkly, like a unicorn, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Click and Collect was trying to be the UK version of the film Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. So the toy is there. He gets the toy, and I think something along the lines where he saw it online and it was 30 quid. As soon as he gets to the till, it's then 50 quid, and he's outraged by it. And he refuses to pay for it, even though that's just the one single toy that his little girl wants. So he gives the staff member loads of abuse and says basically, you can shove it, and he doesn't buy it. And then as he's leaving, he notices that there's a massive sort of like panic behind him with all the people, and they all want that doll. So anyway, he goes home. He tells his wife Claire, "Nah, I didn't get it." Blah blah blah. But then the neighbour who was telling him, I think he was there, wasn't he? And he
Yeah.
says, "Oh, I've looked online and I've reserved it. Brilliant. There's one left. One problem. They live in Bedfordshire, but the doll is all the way up in Carlisle. So they've got like a 4 hour trip. And it's just full of just loads and loads of like problems, isn't it? Problems with the car, problems with money, paying for it. It's just like disaster after disaster. But we can't tell it. We can't tell them everything. What did you rate to the film?
Yeah, it was brilliant. You know, getting somebody a unicorn toy reminds me of the first Despicable Me movie with Gru saying to three of his minions, "You have to get a little girl in a unicorn toy."
That's it. I don't remember that. But he sounded like him.
Yeah, remember, it's a unicorn toy. Go and hurry.
Well, in this film, Andrew, he can't stand being in the company of Dev. And Dev's the kind of guy where he wants everyone driving past peeping at the house because he's covered the house in lights. Andrew just wants to be sort of left alone and can't be. He's not really sociable. But because Dev reserved that toy with his bank card, he has to go all the way to Carlisle with him, and then that's what
Yeah.
really funny though, wasn't it?
Yes.
I liked it.
Yeah, at one point, the car that they're driving in, it accidentally goes the wrong way into a lake.
Oh yeah. So he was telling him, wasn't he? Follow the sat nav. Oh no, just don't worry about the signs. Follow the sat nav. And basically, it takes him to like, well, it just looked like a massive puddle to start with. And he said, "No, no, you can just drive through it." And then obviously it gets deeper and deeper, and then the breakdown.
Yeah, definitely. And then they had to push the car into right past, avoid the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at one point, Andrew's clothes got wet, so he was in the car completely nude before ended up wearing elves' clothes.
And he's about what, 6'7" at least, maybe taller. I don't know.
Yeah,
So you got like a 6'7" plus elf walking
yeah.
about.
Unless Buddy the elf would have been the only tallest elf in the North Pole.
Oh yeah, Will Ferrell.
Yeah. Speaking of which, there is a Christmas film. Well, it's not actually because there's a Christmas film. Well,
It is a Christmas film. If you're talking about what I
yes,
think you are.
yeah, the that movie. Of course, The first movie wasn't set at Christmas time, but the sequel was.
And what's that?
Daddy's Home 2.
This was really good. I love Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. They're really good together as well.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not bad for a duo.
Yeah. So what do you reckon? I mean, I don't want to compare the first one with the second one because, I mean, they're both really good. They're both really funny. Like the first one's not a Christmas film, but then this one is. So
Yeah, the sequel.
yeah. So it's got Mel Gibson comes into this one.
Yeah.
He plays Will Ferrell. No, not Will Ferrell. Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg's dad. He's the
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah, and then there's John Lithgow.
Yeah, he plays Will Ferrell's dad, doesn't he?
Yeah. It is like a DreamWorks blockbuster party where you get Will Ferrell, who's Megamind, Mel Gibson, who's Rocky from Chicken Run, and John Lithgow, who's Lord Farquaad in Shrek, to appear in the Daddy's Home franchise. And in the first movie, they also had someone who played another DreamWorks character, Thomas Hayden Church, who was Dwayne LaFont, the exterminator in Over the Hedge.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, Thomas wasn't in the sequel, but he's sure to get an appearance in the first one.
There's a lot of knowledge in your head, Danny. Don't forget about John Cena.
John Cena, yes.
Yeah, he's in it. So he plays like. So Mark Wahlberg used to give Will Ferrell a hard time because he was like taking on his kids, but then along came John Cena, who then starts giving Mark Wahlberg a load of crap to deal with. Good film.
Yeah, the film also stars Linda Cardellini, I believe her name is, and she's familiar to me because she was in the Marvel Universe as Hawkeye's wife, and I mostly know Linda best as Velma in the 2000s live-action Scooby-Doo films directed by Roger Gosnell.
Wow, Danny, I'm sweating in these Santa hats.
Yeah,
Whew.
I don't think I am.
I'm gonna leave it on though because
Yeah.
it's Christmas.
Yeah, and I think I'm a little bit sweaty with my Homer Simpson onesie.
Yeah. Does look cozy, mind.
Yet, very cozy indeed. Nice zipper.
So that was made a few years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think I watched it last year. Last year, maybe?
Yeah, definitely.
2018 or something like that?
Yeah.
Or 17, something like that. But, yeah, good Christmas film.
Yes.
Very funny. I liked it. We watched another comedy, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, this concludes the final Christmas film that we're going to talk about. Surviving Christmas, released in 2004.
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck, he's good.
James Gandolfini.
Yeah, and Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Fun fact, did you know James and Catherine were also in a film together?
Yeah, what?
They were in a film adaptation of the book Where the Wild Things Are.
Ah, yeah, you told us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen that. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. I can't believe Surviving Christmas includes two cast members who played Wild Things later on.
Christina Applegate?
Yeah, Christina Applegate. I'm actually familiar with Christina because speaking of the live-action Alvin and the Chipmunks films, Christina was one of the Chipettes, Brittany, in the sequels.
Yeah. So what about this film then?
This film, I absolutely loved it.
So basically, I mean, I do as well. So Ben Affleck, very successful, very rich, and he's having a lot of problems, hasn't he? Because he's quite lonely. He hasn't really got any family. He breaks up with his girlfriend, so he visits his psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist is like giving him some advice. Then he follows his psychiatrist, who's actually, I think, is at the airport with his family going away for a Christmas vacation, and he's like, "Look, go away.
Oh yes,
go and write down your problems, visit the place of your childhood or something like that, and set fire to the piece of paper, and the problems might go away, or something like that. So he goes to his childhood home, doesn't he?
Yeah, the
Psychiatrist.
yeah, the psychiatrist,
Yeah.
who is played by Stephen Root, who is best known as Zeb Zuber in the Country Bears movie, both Where the Wild Things Are and Country Bears movie, also made by the Jim Henson Creature Shop.
So there's got to be some links there, aren't there, with the casting and production. But I didn't know that. Another fun fact from you.
Yeah, but back to the plot.
So he visits his childhood home, and of course, there's a family living in there with James Gandolfini, Catherine O'Hara, and their son as well. Christina Applegate, she comes into the movie a little bit later on. So basically, they spot him. They spot Ben Affleck outside the house, just sort of looking round, reminiscing, and he then gets on his knees and he sets fire to the piece of paper, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because visiting his family home was one of the things that he wanted to write down, revisit, then burn it, and then that's like, right, the anxieties around that are gone.
Yeah, something like that.
So when James Gandolfini spots him setting fire on his property, he knocks him out with a shovel.
Yeah, like very hurtful.
Yeah, so I think he comes round, he's in the house, and he explains the reason that he was doing it. And then he comes up with a proposal, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he says, let me spend Christmas with you. And he's like, no. I can't remember the amount of money, but I'm sure he says something like, I'll give you $250,000. So like $250,000. James Gandolfini straight away is like, welcome home, son.
Yeah, welcome home, son.
So basically, he's paying them to be his family for the Christmas holidays, and he brings in a legal guy, brings in like a lawyer with a contract, and they have to agree to the contract. If they break any of the agreements and breach of the contract, then it's null and void, doesn't owe them any money. So basically, Ben Affleck has got this family over a barrel, and they've got to do anything that he wants, that Ben Affleck wants. Yeah. Gandolfini is a bit of a misery, isn't he? So he has to like do everything that Ben Affleck says. I love that film. I thought that was really good.
It came out when I was born in 2004. I was only a teeny weeny baby when that Christmas film came out. Like,
well, Danny, I only saw this for the first time a couple of years ago. It's been out all those years, and I've only seen it recently. So where would you put this film on your list? Would you say near the top? Would you say near the bottom, in the middle? Where would you put this film?
I would put it on the top as the best Christmas film ever.
Really? Seriously? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't put it on the top of my list, but it's definitely up there because I did really enjoy it. But I mean, you need a change, don't you, from watching the same Christmas films? You need to watch different ones. So I thought I would. Seems that was the last film that we were going to talk about. So we've had How the Toys Saved Christmas. We've got A Boy Called Christmas, 8-Bit Christmas, Click and Collect, Bernard and the Genie, Daddy's Home 2, and Surviving Christmas.
Yeah.
We were going to do a little quiz. This is just a short quiz, mate. This is just to test your knowledge on, and I picked Home Alone.
Yes, time for the Home Alone quiz, everybody.
Question number 1. Are you ready, Danny?
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the McAllister family planning to spend Christmas?
The answer is Paris.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not Orlando?
No, it's because Orlando, that was in the sequel.
Well done. It's Paris. I wonder how many people that are listening got that straight away, Danny.
I don't know.
Okay, now this Home Alone, I've seen it millions of times, right? But I never remember the answer to this question. What is the name of the travelling polka band Kevin's mum, Kate, travels with on her way home to Kevin?
The answer is the Kenosha Kickers.
Wow, Danny! That's really good. That's really impressive. I don't know about anyone else if they knew that straight away, but Nah, no chance, no chance. Right, okay. What is the nickname of the pair of burglars that tries to break into McAllister's home? Before you answer, let's give a few seconds for everyone that's listening to see if they can get it.
All right. Okay.
Right, time's up, everyone. It's time to answer.
The Wet Bandits.
That's right. Bonus question. What are the burglars called?
Harry and Marv. Everybody knows this.
Right. I've never known the answer to this because I've never really. It doesn't really delve into Kevin's siblings as such because he's got cousins as well, and I never know who's the cousin, who's the brother, who's the sister. But anyway, give a little pause for everybody listening to see if they can get it.
All right.
How many siblings does Kevin have?
The correct answer.
Wait. Let's give everyone a second, Danny. Time's up. Go for it.
The correct answer is 4.
Well done. I just never known because it just seems like it's a house full of kids. So, okay then. Remember, leave a little pause. See if the guys that are listening can get it. True or false? Kevin is the youngest child in his family. Do a little drum roll, Danny. Let's build up the tension for everyone. Everyone's panicking. Go for it.
True.
It is true, Danny. Well done. Right, now, come on. If you've seen Home Alone even once, you've got to know the answer to this one. Which comedian plays Gus Polinski, the polka musician who helps Kate, who's Kevin's mum? Drum roll, Danny. It's going to be louder than that. You may need to do it on the microphone for everyone here. So which comedian plays Gus Polinski, the polka musician who helps Kate? The answer is...
It's John Candy.
John Candy Canes in this case.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Again, I mean, if you've seen this film once, you've got to know the answer. Because this is one of the reasons, just one of the reasons, and part of the sequence, why Kevin was forgotten about. How was Kevin punished after getting into a fight with his older brother, Buzz? How was he punished? Give it a second, Danny boy. Danny's raring to just answer this one. It's time for it. Barely hold him back. Right, Danny, how was he punished?
By being sent to the attic.
Yes. Well done. Right, let me have a look.
Yeah, and I think the attic is what Kevin called his bedroom.
Yeah. Well, why were the McAllisters running late in the first place? Why were they running late? Can anyone remember? Come on, you've got to know.
That
even if you didn't see the film, but you saw the trailer, or just loads of little clips over the years of this particular, everybody, you've got to know. So, why were the McAllisters running late? Go for it, Danny. Unleash.
the alarm clocks didn't go off because of a power cut by the storm.
Right. Okay. This is the last question. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Which famous, very famous actor played Harry Lime, one of the 2 burglars? Are we ready? Which actor played Harry Lime, one of the 2 burglars? The answer, Danny, give it to him.
The answer is Joe Pesci.
That's right, Danny. Joe Pesci, the great Joe Pesci. Well done.
Yeah.
As ever, you got everything. You got all the questions right.
Yeah.
Movie-related quizzes. Don't take Danny on. He will take you down.
Well, that was good doing the Home Alone quiz.
Yeah.
Good job, Dad.
Well, before we finish,
Yeah.
you wanted to do your little Christmas comedy session, didn't you?
Yeah. So here it is, folks. Danny's Christmas comedy session.
Let's go, Danny. What you got?
All right. How does a sheep say Merry Christmas?
How does a sheep say Merry Christmas? I don't know.
Feliz Navidad.
Fleece Navidad.
Meh.
Are they all going to be like that? Any more?
Yep. What do you get when you cross a Christmas tree with an iPad?
What do you get if you cross a Christmas tree with an iPad? I don't know.
A pineapple.
So the jokes are going to be as good as the first. That was good, Daniel.
Right. What did a snowman say to the other?
What did the snowman say to another snowman?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, do you smell carrots?
Oh, class. How many more have you got?
Just about the final one. And it's going to be a knock-knock joke, this one.
Let's do it.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Anna.
Anna who?
Anna Partridge in a pear
tree.
That was actually taken. That knock knock joke was actually taken in an episode of the Basil Brush Show about Christmas dinners.
It's a good one. Can I just say one thing as well, actually? I don't know if any of you that listened to our last 2 episodes that we recorded, there was some intro music as well, and outro music, so at the end of the episode. And it was our good friend, John Joe, of Bedsit Manor. So, that's what you would have heard at the beginning of this episode, and at the end as well. So just so you know, and you can actually you can find them on Spotify as well. So that's Bedsit Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good of it, wasn't it?
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. So I think that's us, isn't it?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that wraps up for the Christmas evening.
Yeah. Don't forget as well, if you click like on the episode, feel free to share it. Leave a comment, and if there's anything that you want us to talk about in the next episode, then just let us know. Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Brilliant. So, Merry Christmas.
Yes, and a Happy New Year. Oh, and here's Santa Claus to say to you all. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Brilliant. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye! And Merry Christmas
Merry Christmas
to all.